The business, motherfucker.
The Daily Read. Your source for news, politics, sports, and all things trending. Here's your host, Marcus Gentry.
Like I always do, I just try to educate people on life because it's more than just about credit. It's about life. I'm trying to teach people about the game of life, how to hustle and maneuver, whether you got to duplicate yourself, do someone else, or just pay attention to the people that's making moves financially, whether it's through technology, whether it's through the environment. Just pay attention.
Good Sunday morning, people, and welcome to the Daily Read, and I am your host, Marcus Gentry. Now, today we have a special guest back today, people. This is what you guys have been asking me for. This is Corey P. Smith. Corey P. Smith, people. He's an author. He's a credit guru. I mean, you know, this guy, he's really amazing. And some of the people in my inbox has been telling me how amazing his books are, how amazing the things that he does, and they want me to bring him back. So I have a lot of questions. Corey, are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh man, I would like to thank you, man, for coming back and giving my audience what they want, man, because they really enjoyed the show the first time you was on, you know, and I just want to let you know from my heart, man, I appreciate it. You know, I appreciate it because the feedback is lovely. So what have you been doing?
Man, been exploring some different business ventures overseas that I actually got turned on to by some African brothers of mine that I do business with, man, looking into messing with like cargo ships. So
Okay.
I've been putting a lot of time into that.
Okay.
You know, the coronavirus slowed some things down, but that's the one thing that I've been putting a lot of my focus into. That's why I kind of just started back, you know, trying to do some things on social media.
Okay.
I had shut my Instagram down and you know, restarted a new one a few weeks ago. But that's pretty much been it, man. Just trying to continue to grow financially so that I could leave something for my kids, or you know, the ones that will carry on my legacy.
That's right.
That's pretty much it.
Now, did you find it harder to start up something new, or was it easy for you during this pandemic?
Nah, I mean it wasn't hard for me, man. It's like the thing. It goes back to what I always preach, man. Get the money.
Okay.
As long as you got it, as long as you secure the money, the hard part is researching, finding the people that can help you get accomplished what you're trying to get accomplished. That's the hardest. That's the hardest part. Right? But I mean, if you have your money in place, when the opportunity presents itself, then it's not hard at all.
Right.
You know, so now I mean, the coronavirus has actually been good for me. I'm not gonna even lie. You know.
Okay. Now I got several people, man. I want to jump into some of these questions because we might run up against the clock. Like I say, when I have you on, brother, I'm trying to give you an hour or two, however long you need to get these questions out the way. Hold on, just for a second. Let me get these questions.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Okay, this is from Let's Get It Mindset. Okay, he said, money making biz. Ask him, are there any ways to buy trade lines for business that will give credit history, that will give up a proper credit history?
So he pretty much asking, where can you buy business trade lines?
Yeah, well, you can give, I guess you can give him the where you can buy it, a trusted source, and from what he's asking, will the trade lines he gets give him a positive credit history?
Yeah, like as far as like I've been dealing with one particular company, man, for years. As far as buying business trade lines, they've been pretty solid in terms of the trade lines hitting the business credit, and that's a company called Business Funding Partners, and they're out of California.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why that's the only company that I've used. I mean,
What's the name of it again?
it's called Business Funding Partners.
Okay.
So you know.
I hope he's watching, because if he's not, I'll put it in the inbox, some of this information, if he's not watching.
Yeah, because what happened, like I had launched the course
Mm-hmm.
the end of last year, and I ended up having to pull it because of the amount of money that it made. The merchant services that I used, I had to switch it. So I had to pull the course, and I'm going to be relaunching it here in the next few weeks. But I actually put all of that information in the course, like where to buy the trades, the telephone number, personally to the guy that I deal with, the whole nine. So, people could be on the lookout for that as well. But yeah, but that's the company that I deal with.
Okay. And this does give you a positive on your credit history.
On your business credit.
Okay, not your personal, your business.
Nah, on your personal, I do have some guys that I've dealt with for the last 12, 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give the information out like this, but you can email me at credocompany.books@gmail.com.
Okay.
And I'll provide that information, and you can get some solid authorized user accounts, as well as they have like 2 or 3 primaries most of the time.
Okay.
At least one if they don't have 2 or 3. And these are the same people I've been dealing with, like as far as on the personal credit. I've been dealing with these people 10, 12 years.
Okay. This next question is for Hassan. How to create the verified CPN? How to create the I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to say, but I mean,
well, he's asking it's 2 ways you can create CPN numbers. You have a way that you can create them like randomized.
Okay.
That's where you pretty much, there's a site online that most people use when they want to create the randomized CPN numbers. There's a way within this site to generate the first 5 numbers, and then the last 4 you can just make up. But I mean, that's not something that I can explain or show him.
Okay.
Like within a phone, within an interview.
Okay.
And then the other way is creating the CPN where the number can be verified. But my advice to people is trying to utilize the CPN. In my opinion, I don't use them in terms of trying to generate money, because the money is not the same that it was like in 07, 08, even 09, 10. Like, it's kind of slowed down because a lot of the credit bureaus and a lot of these creditors have created the software to kind of pick up on these CPNs, so you're not going to get the same kind of money. So depending on what you want to utilize the CPN number for, like, man, I don't even deal with them. You do better trying to find you a credit investor and utilizing them if you're trying to raise capital.
Okay.
Position yourself economically in different avenues.
It sounded kind of shady a little bit from the question he asked. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is. So Hassan, if you listening, I'm not saying it is. What I'm saying,
it's not shady.
it don't sound legit all the way. Like something could be wrong.
You know, you can have a problem walking through certain doors, and you know, rather than create that, like I said, you do better, man. Go find you credit investor,
Okay.
and do what you got to do with them, as opposed to going through the trouble of trying to build out a CPN number, and still you may run into roadblocks.
Okay. Jessica, when is he going to drop that international business course mastery class?
Yeah, that was the one that I had that I just spoke about.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm
Okay.
gonna relaunch it here in the next couple of weeks, and then I will when I launched it, because I didn't feel like I was giving people the absolute best information. So, but here in the next few weeks, I'll relaunch it. Might even decrease the price on it.
Okay.
So now I think this time around, you know, I won't have any problems, and people will be very, very happy with the information that I'm providing within the course. So just tell them to be on the lookout for it. You know, I'm gonna go crazy online with the ads.
Okay.
I'm gonna go crazy so that people can find me.
Okay. And I love promoting. I love promoting black businesses. I love promoting any business, period. But we especially need to get out of the funk we in when it comes to minorities owning business and stuff like that. So you can always, if you make a commercial, make sure you don't put any kind of copyright stuff on it, so I can use it. Cause you send it to me, I'ma play it. You know what I'm saying? You send it to me, I got you.
No doubt.
The next one is, this person didn't put a name or a picture. Best ways to utilize and build a shell corporation.
The best way to utilize a shell corporation, first of all, you got to find a reliable source to, you know, buy your shell corp. You know, I use Wyoming company to buy my shell corps. I haven't bought one in a while, but I use them. You can use wholesale shell corps. Those are two good companies.
Okay.
Or if you have my book, The Unbreakable Laws of Business Credit, I kind of explain how you can just go comb the Secretary of State's website and just reactivate a company that has been dissolved through the Secretary of State. You know, just reinstate it. And I kind of explain that process in the book. In terms of after you have gotten the shell corp, then you just need to go through the steps of building it up, meaning like going back to companies like Business Funding Partners, looking at the business trade packages that they do have, as well as looking into on the taxes, or making sure the taxes look good on the shell corporation, because they'll give you a little bit of leverage going to the bank. You have a little bit of money to play with when you get the bank account established. Just kind of make a few, deposit drops over the next 30 days.
Right.
Or dump some money in there and let it sit. And you can use that as leverage when you come back and you ask the bank for a line of credit for your company. The credit cards, they won't be hard to secure under the business, but I like the cash.
Okay.
Credit cards, you kind of got to finagle once you get them, liquidate them, whether you're doing it through a merchant account or whatever. But, if you can go in and get a straight line of credit from the bank, then you can pretty much, use that money and not have to jump through a hoops of trying to get it off of a business credit card. So, just making sure everything looks legitimate on the company. Website, business address, business phone number, fax, making sure you even have business cards, letterheads, you want to give the company the appearance that it's bigger than what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Okay.
And perception is everything, even when it comes to business.
Right. Do these companies that they sell? This is for me now. Do these companies that they sell do they come with like a Dun and Bradstreet number already, or do you have to get a whole new one?
Yeah, some of them they have the Dun and Bradstreet, but even with the Dun's number is to me is not the big issue. Because that's easy getting the Dun's number like this. That's nothing. And then even some of the people that don't know put a lot of focus into, like, I got to make sure I have my Dun's number, what my Dun and Bradstreet report looks like.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, but even lenders know that in the past, Dun and Bradstreet, it was compromised, man. You had people that had access to the database so they could kind of play with the information.
Okay.
I would advise any person, like, make sure your Equifax business or your Experian business credit report looks good. Make sure you got the proper information on it. And then as far as your DNB profile, that just boils down to like I just said previously, making sure all your business information is up to par. And even when you submit your financial statement to them and the number of employees and all that, give it a bigger look.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got 28 employees. I got 52 employees. This company's making $2-3 million a year. I mean, that's all. I mean,
okay.
You just got to play the game. Like I said, perception is everything. And once you get to a point where perception is truly reality, when someone looks at your company or looks at you as an individual, then you're good. So people need to keep that in mind.
Okay. The next question is, then we're going to take a brief break. What all residual income businesses has you started using business credit or CPN numbers? I think that's kind of personal. I mean,
I didn't. A lot of my the companies that I started,
mm-hmm.
like I didn't do it with money that I had got from business credit per se. It was money that I had got on the personal side.
Okay.
Money that I had got from utilizing credit investors, and then I took that money to start the businesses that I do have. Like me, recently investing overseas, yeah, that's probably one business that I took money that I made from my business and invested it.
Okay.
But just starting out initially, I took money from personal credit, money that I was able to get using my wife's credit and using other people as credit investors. And I had to establish myself, and I was learning. I was trying to learn at the same time. So once I got positioned, like now I make money off my businesses, but I'm pretty much I'm situated,
Okay.
So, but starting out, I couldn't use the business money right out.
Right.
There is, as far as the CPNs, I know a lot of people keep asking about that. It's some tricks. I'm not gonna lie that I played back in the day, but even with the Airbnb, I was using CPNs to get different spots throughout the U.S. But once I got to where I needed to be, like now, like my Airbnbs is no problem. Some of them I get under the business, some of them I put it in my own name, and
I think I was always told to stay away from them because they now if you got the money to fool with them, And when I say you got the money to fool with them, I mean by like if something happened and you got to pay a fine or you got to get your lawyer. But
like this is the thing. For me, like, cause back in the day, long before people was even hip to the CPN, like I was messing with them, messing with the tax ID number, and I kind of tell the story of how, I got approached. Even when I got approached by the Secret Service, when I thought I was flying under the radar, man, they had every CPN number, everything, but the thing they were unsure about was, did the information belong to somebody else, meaning identity theft? Because ultimately, the Secret Service is the one that monitors, like, believe it or not, when you talk about identity theft, things like that.
Okay.
So that was the thing that they were unsure about. But when I was creating my numbers, I was making sure that these CPN numbers, they were in my name.
Okay.
My date of birth. I was just pretty much playing with the addresses, because at the end of the day, if they don't belong to anybody, what's the worst thing? They might tell you they'll do certain things, but they not. The most part, and for the most part, the creditor can just, okay, we'll accelerate the loan or we'll close out the credit card. And that's not nothing, because I remember even back then one of the agents saying to me, well, we don't know if you've gotten this stuff in some 5-year-old kid's name or whatever. We don't know. And they didn't know.
Oh, okay.
But I knew like these were numbers that I created. They didn't belong to anybody and they were in my name.
Oh, okay.
I just pretty much played with the addresses. So you can't say, oh, I came in and said I was John Rowe.
Right.
My name really was Corey Smith. So, that's the only thing. But if you don't have to deal with them, don't deal with them. The real is always better. That means, like, if you get approved for $50,000, you don't want to be worried about, man, is they going to come back and say they found something where, this number isn't legit or this isn't right.
Right.
You don't even want to have to deal with that. You get approved, you want everything to be on the up and up, man. You got 50, 25, or whatever you done got approved for. You got it coming to you, and you can take that money and keep moving forward.
Okay. Now I'm gonna get into this first commercial break, and when we get back, people, we're gonna get right back to Corey P. Smith. Corey P. Smith, people. Thank you.
The business, motherfucker.
The Daily Read.
But laws of business credit, another book released, y'all think it's a game. I be trying to tell y'all, can't do it for you. Black people, start reading, change your life. If I can do it, any of y'all can do it. Got my brother right here, author, Corey P. Smith. Good man, good heart. Teach you whatever you need to know. Go online, you can YouTube him. Corey Smith, he dropping bombs on YouTube. I learned so much off YouTube doing it myself, getting items deleted off of my credit. It's no game.
The business, motherfucker.
The Daily Read.
All right, people, we're back with the Daily Read, and I am your host, Marcus Gentry. And today's guest, we have Corey P. Smith, people. Corey P. Smith, financial guru, credit guru, good friend of the show. I mean, man, author. I mean, the man is doing good things, people, and he got some good information he wants to convey to you. And any chance he gets, he wants to come on the show, he's welcome to it. And we're going to get back to some of these questions. And then towards the last segment of the show, I'm going to let Corey tell you some things that he's doing, some things that is coming up in his life, maybe places that he can, if he has a community gathering or something, he's doing a speech somewhere, maybe you guys can catch it. All right, Corey, we back, man. How you all right? You good?
Oh yeah,
You got your
yeah,
refreshments,
man.
everything great?
Man, I'm great. I'm blessed. You know what type of timing I'm on. Where I'm at. I'm still in Miami, man.
Okay, okay. I can tell it in your voice, man. You know, the bug ain't mess with you, is it? Ain't mess with the family, nothing like that.
Nah, man.
Okay, good.
People still moving down here,
Ooh,
man.
I know. They talking about it. They talking
Yeah.
about it, man. Um, let me see. If Corey had 100,000, how would he double it in a faster way?
If I had $100,000,
Mm-hmm.
um, right now, man, honestly, I'm putting my money overseas.
Mm.
I'm putting my money overseas. Like, what prompted me was, like I talk about the people you surround yourselves with, and I'm just having a conversation with some young guys that I deal with. I mean, these guys young, but they millionaires. Like, they really making money, and just on some joking, some joking it within the conversation. The young guy say to me, he's like, yeah, man, I was gonna buy the Lambo truck, but he was like, forget that.
Mm.
I just did a deal with my dad. I bought a cargo ship. It's
Okay.
like, damn.
Wow.
So that's what even pushed me into the direction that I went. So, of course, I explored the conversation with him more, found out what they was doing, and man, I took the same route. Looked at all the numbers and how I could double my money. I wasn't having to. I had the bread, so it wasn't like I had to try to go to secure a loan from a bank. But now that I've acquired the asset, I'm gonna use it now to as leverage with the banks, so that I can go get a couple of more and move into some other things. I mean,
Right.
people buying trucks here in the United States. I'm trying to buy trucks, in China, things like that, and that's the type of information that I've had privilege to be exposed to because of the people that I'm surrounding myself with. But to answer the question, yeah, 100,000, I'm putting it overseas.
Okay.
Only other thing other than that, I'm gonna put it on the way I see the internet moving. I'll just put that money into the internet.
Okay.
Meaning
Okay.
like with a digital product, because I see how fast the money turning over.
It is. It is.
So that's what I would do.
I didn't think about the overseas thing, but I definitely started investing in digital marketing, digital apps, all kinds of things like that. Because you got more people staying at home, and they're gonna pick up that phone and they're gonna get in anything that has something to do with keeping them occupied, especially the kids, man, and teenagers.
Or man, listen, product.
Mm.
Create a product. I mean, you being sold every day. And I learned it from being around the guys that I'm with now. Their main thing is create a product. I don't give a damn what it is. If you create a digital product to show somebody how to barbecue, there's a market out there of people that will spend the money for their product online. And before you know, like you're looking like the world becomes your marketplace when you have an online product. The world literally becomes your marketplace, and now you have a 24-hour store, and you truly gonna make the money in your sleep. And I know this on a very small scale because listen, if you follow me, man, I haven't done hardly anything online in 6 months. I kind of just started back, but my books never stopped selling. So even on a small scale, if I wasn't doing anything, I still would be a person there. If I was working a job, or I'm still gonna make $10,000 a month off book sales.
Right.
And checks come every month. So imagine me creating a big platform to sell another product at a bigger at a higher ticket price. Not saying that I'm trying to be a salesman where I'm just giving people some BS. Like, I really try to give people real information that they can utilize in their everyday life to get ahead. Like, I ain't trying to sell nobody hope.
Okay.
I'm not trying to do that. Like if I give you some information, if you pay attention, you execute, you're gonna get the results that you're looking for. So, but yeah, man, the digital world is like it's on fire, and that's what we're moving towards.
Mm-hmm. Now, how was it like? As far as I've been researching. This is a personal question for me. I've been researching doing a LLC with my Nigerian and my Hindu partner. I have two digital marketers. These guys create apps. They do things like that, and they're overseas. And we've been trying to create a company. How hard was it for you to get involved with the cargo and the shipping? With the climate that's going on in America today, with people trying to be isolate America, they got this isolation thing going on where America first, buy American. How was it for you to get involved there? Was it easy? Was it hard? Tell the audience what was going on with that.
Nah, it wasn't hard for me because, like I said, number one, thank God I already had the bread, I was positioned, and two, I was already connected with the right people that could plug me right in. They were already doing it.
Okay.
And my relationship was good with them. So it wasn't hard for me at all. As far as all the, man, hey, money is money anywhere in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Business is business anywhere in the world. And, always for me, emotions are always to the side. My emotions, I hold no emotions when it comes to dealing with business and certain people. I have no emotions when it comes to that. My emotions is saved for my wife and kids, period.
Okay.
I'm the only people that can truly affect me to a point where my vibration and my energy is gone out. But all that other stuff, man, is business.
So the paper. So you have to have the capital, and everything goes smooth. Or say if somebody say he doesn't have the capital of 50 grand or 100 grand or a million. Say he has the capital maybe 2,000-3,000 in the bank, and he wanted to get started with a LLC overseas. You think it would be harder for him to find them connects?
The hard part is finding the right people. Like I've been through that, finding the right people.
Okay.
Because you could connect with people that say they could do certain things. They can help you establish this LLC. They can help you set up this. They can help you set up that. They can help you, create this app. They could do a website.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part, finding the right people that could help whatever you're trying to do come to fruition in the right way. That was the hard part for me, all the way down to finding like the right camera guy to capture the story that I'm trying to tell or the information that I'm trying to put out. So that's the only hard part. But as far as creating an LLC overseas, honestly, Marcus, man, that's something that you could actually get on the internet and research. There's actually something you can get an international calling plan and call. Like you can call a bank and connect with somebody. They can give you instructions on what's the steps that I need to take to create an LLC over here. Like if this was a few hours, like I could pick up the phone, we can call a bank in the UK right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I could find somebody. And every question that I need answered, I could start probing them, and they'll answer my question enough to where if it leads me to having to ask somebody else a question somewhere else overseas, I can do that. Is like a lot of times you don't have to pay people to do certain things that, man, it's just a phone call or ask. Like I always tell my kids, if you don't know, ask. I don't care if you could be a genius. If it's something that you run up against that you don't know, ask somebody, because somebody knows.
Right.
Somebody knows exactly what you need to do. So it works the same way overseas. Or if you just that determined and you really want something, get on a plane and go. I'm going overseas. I want to make this. I'm going straight there, and I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay.
But overseas, believe it or not, like sometimes TV will fool you. It's wide open. It is wide open.
You talking about as far as the market? Like,
I'm just as far as the market, as far as business, like something that I talk about is like when I say pay attention to what other people are doing. I'm not just talking about people. I'm even talking about large corporations. If you pay attention to how they shift, what are they doing? Oh, they moving all the way down to small things like call centers. It's overseas.
mm-hmm.
You know, even with being able, man, I'm talking to people that they buying acres of land in the islands of these. It's undeveloped, but what's coming is gated communities, these strip malls, and all this stuff that's going to be taken. This is the future, and people that have the money, they're able to buy now. We're talking about buying something in the islands where, believe it or not, is $12 a square foot. You know.
Wow.
So all of these things, people just not aware of, or they stay confined to, like, you know. And this is no knock to our people. Oh, I'm gonna start a hot wing place, or I'm gonna do a mobile car wash, or I'm gonna you know, all the things that, or even a boot. I'm gonna do a clothing boutique, and I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying something is wrong with these things, you know, because my wife has clothing stores, but at the same time, we're trying to look for bigger things that's gonna outlast us, outlast our kids, outlast our grandkids in terms of financial stability for the people that's left behind. That me, like my bloodline, like. So it's the one thing that people they really not opening their minds up. Like, it damn near can scare people. Like, I'm around people that other people might scare them when they'll say something random like, yeah, man, I'm gonna buy a jet. I'm trying to buy a jet in 6 months. You could say that around some people, and they'll look at you like you crazy, or they'll be thinking it to themselves like, yeah, right, nigga.
Right.
You know.
That's different levels. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but hey, the people I'm around, I take them serious because I'm seeing it.
Right.
You know, you got a cat that's young, like he's not even 30, and he's like, nah, I ain't buying no Lambo truck. I'm finna go try 5 on a cargo ship, and did it. So that made me look at myself like, oh man, I'm playing. Okay, I'm right behind you. Hey, what I need to do, plug me in.
Right. And that goes back to what you said earlier about the people you associate yourself with. Sometimes if you pay attention to how they move, and you'll be able to move like that eventually. You know?
Yeah, man. Hey, Marcus, man, I don't care about none. Man, you catch me wherever you might catch. Man, I don't care about. Yeah, I got some toys. I do certain things, but for the most part, man, I want the bread. I want the savings.
That's right.
I want the business. You know, I want to stay Superman to my wife and kids.
That's right.
You know, so I don't care about a lot of that other stuff, man.
I have from Let's Get It Mindset again. He says he wanted to ask you the recommended financial institutions that will let him borrow $200,000 if he has 50,000 sit in their account. I guess he basically saying, do you have any recommendations on any institutions that you personally use or that you know is qualified?
I mean, if you got 50 grand, they probably won't give you two, but you can definitely get 100. But you could do that with banks like Bank of America. Like I did that with Wells Fargo with my daughter. I mean, it wasn't 200,000. Like we said, like 25 grand in her account. We let it sit there for probably 45 days. Turned around, they gave her 60. You know, but that as long as you got that type of bread and all your other paperwork looking up to par. If you sit 50 in there, and even drop a few deposits every week behind it, not even big deposits. If you got 50, you ain't gonna have no problem with them giving you 100. But still, with that, you need to be looking good on paper. Like you still don't need to. Oh, I got 50 grand and I want to get 100 from you guys. But your paperwork not looking right all the way down to, believe it or not, your credit score. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of get around the credit score in some situations if they really seeing you, making real deposits. Like let's say my credit score was a 560, and I wanted to borrow 150,000 from the bank. I could get it with a 560 credit score, believe it or not.
Okay.
If I got a business account with them, or even if I got a personal account, but I'm making real deposits. They see like I'm dropping 15, 20 grand, whatever on a low scale in this account. That they see this coming through my business. They gonna give me the money. Okay. Even with that, we gonna get around their credit score.
It's about that history. That history.
It not only did, like it goes back to most people be thinking like one of the first things the bank look at, oh, it's my credit score. No, they want to know that you got the ability to pay the loan back even over your credit score. Like, can you pay this back if we give it to you? A score is just people put so much and I'm not saying you're supposed to put focus into your credit score, but their money, banks, lenders, they want to know that you got the ability to even pay it back.
Right.
You can have a 780 credit score, and they know, oh man, he got a good credit score, but he can't get. We're not seeing where he has the capability of giving us our money back if we give it to him, especially if they know you want to take their money and go take risk with it. So people just have to, look at that.
I've been having
any of the big banks to answer this question. If you got the bread, just make sure you're looking good everywhere else on paper. If you put 50, they ain't gonna give you 200, but I know you can get 100.
Okay. I've had a lot of questions about, because I think we touched on it just a little bit towards the end about the it's on the tip of my tongue. I apologize. Sovereignty. And one of the questions was they was asking, was it real, and could you pay off things? Could you charge off things with that?
Man, I honestly, like I told you, I tried to play that game years ago and I got jammed up. And my best advice is, man, it ain't even worth the hassle. It's like I've told people in the past, why create a war with an institution or institutions that you can't win? The best way is to get your bread up. Like the bottom line, like I don't care what nobody tell you. Like I'm all going into like I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm gonna write this off. I'm gonna give them a note and I'm gonna take my house and You know, I'm stand, going to court. Like, why? Why you want to get into all that and you don't have to? Because you're not going to win. Even when you got some of the big people that's on YouTube, and I won't call no names, they not going to tell you what they went through. You know, messing around with the government, talking about they sovereign citizen. They're not going to tell you, yeah, I'm 5150. They gave me 5 years and pushed me around the United States for 5 years like I'm crazy. And I lost 5 years of my life. You didn't win the battle because you lost 5 years of your life.
Right. When you could have been doing something and creating wealth for yourself.
Man, exactly. So, like, my advice is, I got a homeboy right now. I would say his name, but I'm not. Like, I got a homeboy right now. He doing 17 years. He was a sovereign citizen. There's a chick I know. They gave her 13 years. Her boyfriend, they gave her 9 years. All these people were on like, hey, I'm sovereign, I'm this, I'm that, I'm following these. It's not worth it.
Right.
Man, that's why my whole focus has been trying to push people towards credit, and even that's getting burnt up. Because now the credit bureaus and the banks, they fighting back tough because they know everybody on credit repair. They know everybody with the games. So now we got to find new ways, even beyond credit, like how do we win?
Right.
And that's why, even for me, I'm shifted a lot of my attention, a lot of my money, a lot of my time and resources overseas to untapped markets, untapped places, untapped ideas that have been around. But as far as messing with the sovereign citizenship, why?
Right.
Why get into a battle or a war that you can't win? But there is a way to win the war. You just got to fight it a different way. Okay? Like I say, we're going to do it. We're going to do it your way. Y'all, you want me to be a certain, we're going to do it your way. I'm going to go I keep saying, people can say what they want. Get your bread up. Get your money up.
So you saying master the system that's here, because exactly. It can be mastered. It can be mastered.
Damn right, it could be mastered.
Yeah, I see you done it. I've seen you done it, man. We're gonna get into another commercial break, and I want you to think about this, because I know this is gonna be good. What do you think is the next play? Like everybody was talking about the credit is being, like you were saying, credits are starting to be burned up. We're gonna get into this. What do you think is the next play to be had after this? Okay. And we're gonna get into the next commercial break, people. And we're here with Corey P. Smith. Corey P. Smith, people.
The business, motherfucker.
The Daily Read.
I come from a place that I had to learn how to be a pirate. I had to learn how to take things legally, so to speak. The educational system that I was put into, it absolutely gave me no tools to make it in real life. We have no resources. I often hear cats talk about if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. Hell, I say if you can make it where I'm from, Memphis, you can make it anywhere.
The business, motherfucker.
The Daily Read.
All right, people, we're back with the Daily Read, and I am your host, Marcus Gentry, and we are here with Corey P. Smith. Corey P. Smith, people. This is Hidden Gems of America, and I consider Corey Smith a hidden gem of America. And Corey, this has been a very interesting show. And as I said before we went into that last commercial break, that there's a lot of things moving with this coronavirus. And I think we talked about this before, how, something is happening under the scenes that we normal people are not knowing about. And I want to know if you can talk about, what may be the next thing that we need to master in order to create wealth for ourselves and our families.
Man, it goes back to what I previously spoke on, like the internet.
Okay.
Creating a product, creating a service that you can make money off of via the internet. Like this is no lie. Like, I'm literally seeing some of the guys that I deal with. We talking about guys that's 24, 25, 26 years old, and I'm seeing their accounts, their merchant accounts. These guys doing $100, $200, $300,000 a month online with really some of the products. Like, they might be BS products for me and you, but to somebody else out there, there is always somebody that needs that service or needs that product. And just like I spoke about speed of light, money, and conspiracy of credit, everything is moving towards the digital world, because, I mean, we're already here. Let me stop saying moving. People are lazy. So at some point, we'll get to where, hey, look at it. People don't even want to come out their house to go to a fast food restaurant, to go to the grocery store, to do whatever. Like DoorDash, everything is moving towards that. So I'm not saying everybody in their mind has a way or idea of a product that they can create, but we all could do like the Chinese. And I don't know if you ever heard this, one of their philosophies that, from how the US did certain things in the past. Like, we don't have to create a new product. We can take the same product that's been created and just make it better. Mainly what they're saying, we could duplicate it. Like, if you pay attention to what a lot of people are doing online, it's not that you have some people that they are the originators of things, but there are so many millions and millions in the world. You got other people that have taken these people ideas, their products, their services, and just duplicated or made them better. There's somebody out there right now that took information that I had years ago, because I know I was the originator of some of the information that I put in my books. But these people have taken what I put out, and they're probably better than me at figuring out things when it comes to credit. Whoever that person is, they're probably out there now. And I know, even for me, like, I've moved away from dealing with credit, like, on a personal level, where I'm like fixing it or dealing with people in that way, because I've shifted to, like, let me focus more on creating different types of businesses. But I would say, really pay attention to the internet. Really pay attention to just how people are moving. People are lazy. Like, we talk about rich people, for the most part. Yeah, rich people work hard, but rich people really, they lazy too. That's why they try to come up with ways to get rich. Because I don't want to get out the bed until 12. I'm not, and I could do that.
Right.
So it goes back to when Steve Harvey was like, rich people don't sleep. And if you saw my video, I'm like, man, come on. I'm not rich. I'm not rich from, like, and I done took 2 months off, 3 months where I ain't did nothing.
Right.
So imagine if I had 200 million, 100 million, 50 million. Come on, I could sleep.
Right. Get plenty of sleep.
I get plenty of sleep.
That's right. That's right.
But even, I understand even to get to that point, there was a sprint that had to take place in my life intellectually, as far as my energy, where I had to really get at it for a short period of time. Or in some cases, some people it takes them longer, but yeah, Mark, is like I don't know, it's a lot of things going on in the world, but I've just shifted my energy into trying to take what I've created and maximize it on the internet and use the tools that people have created to find, like whether it be the click funnels, the digital marketing, to help people find me or find my products or my information because they're looking for it and they need it.
Mm-hmm.
They need it to help them move to the next level in their life. Like, I'm not trying to sell people motivation, because motivation or motivational videos or motivational speeches, this shit gonna only get you so far. We need information that could, hey, how do I get to the next level? Like, you guy asking me about the CPNs or what to invest in. Like, how do you do it? And like, if I really was sitting in some room, acting as the leader of a mastermind group, yeah, I could really tell you this is what I did. And don't get it twisted. Like, people always think that everything's gonna go right. Like, some people don't like me. Some people gonna tell you the worst about me, and that's cool. And then you got some people that they gonna tell you great things about me. But I understand, and I learned this from an old white man, believe it or not. Some eggs gonna have to get cracked.
Right.
If you follow me on that.
Right. I do.
It's period.
Yeah. Eggs gonna get cracked, and people gonna get left behind. That's just how it is.
Yeah. So people have to, have that type of mentality. But to go back to what you're asking, like, man, the internet.
Okay.
Take their internet money and put it into things like, we know logistics gonna always be around. We know that. So I put my money into that. We know real estate is gonna be here. So I'm gonna be smart and put my money into that and not get put in a trap. Because sometimes even when we talk about investing in real estate, that becomes a trap. Like, I don't even believe in, let me buy and flip. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I'm not buying no property where I gotta go in and put thousands of dollars into. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna find the properties on the low end. I might have to put $1,500 into it, and it's ready to go, whether it's rent or flip. Like, for what? Why I'm gonna go do this? So those are the type of things that I'm thinking about, and them the type of moves that I'm making to try to keep pushing, keep moving ahead in life.
Did the Trump administration had, since they've been in office, I think they've changed some things. Have you heard of anything they've changed as far as how they do tax business, your credit, and things of that nature? Have things changed for you? Because you up on this stuff. So would you know if there has been anything that changed drastically, where you just can't do things the same?
Hey, people, I'm gonna tell you this. I got people in my circle. They happy with Trump.
Okay.
If you had your business, if you had your business on point, the bank's giving you the money.
Okay.
If you had your business on point, the banks are giving you the money. That's the only requirement. Have your stuff together. Whether it's have your credit together, have your business together. We're gonna give you the money.
Okay.
So all the other stuff, when it comes to like I always say, man, I really don't I really don't care. Like I don't care if Obama in office, I ain't caring if Trump in office. I don't care.
As long as you got your stuff together.
Hey man, I'm just gonna handle my business.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna handle my business. So whoever they're like, it don't matter. Because if you really think these people in office and the thing and when they preaching to you before they get in office, you know, if you think they're gonna always carry it out, you've seen time and time again, it's not the case. But even for some of them, perception is different until you actually get into that position. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like people say, man, if I had $10,000, I'd flip it. That's your perception when you're saying that. Now, here go $10,000. Now your perception is different because now, you really don't know how to flip the 10,000, do you?
Right. I see what you're saying.
So, but I mean, I ain't had no problems. But I ain't had no problems, you know, even when Obama was in office. I'm just
What I
keep it moving.
what I was meaning is, did anything change for the better or worse? Like as far as credit, as far as them watching closely or loosening up the watching on certain moves in the whole credit industry.
Nah, they tightened up.
Okay.
They tightened up. They paying attention just like me and you paying attention. They see all of this what people doing with credit. They see all the credit repair companies. They see all the so-called credit repair millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
They see people like they've tightened up. That's why they be so-called implementing these certain things with like the ultra FICO and all of that. Like,
explain that. I haven't heard that.
Nah, I mean, all of it when they be creating it like ultra FICO scores and Experian boosts, man.
Oh, okay. I see.
They're just basically new ways of them getting more information on you and controlling you, getting control of you economically. But there's ways around it. There's ways, you know. That's why I always say, man, people probably heard me say this so much, and I'd be like, it's more than just about credit.
Okay.
Like, you get around me, I'm trying to really teach you how to hustle. Like, how do I hustle? Don't be afraid. Like, if I gotta spend $1,000 to go overseas to find a way to create and generate some money, I'll do that. Now I've generated some money overseas. Guess what? I ain't even got to go to the bank and ask you for no money. You see I got money, so now you want to do business with me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do business with me, so now I'm gonna take your money. I'm gonna take your money, and I'm gonna go put it somewhere else to make me even more money. And because I'm not on a treadmill, or I'm not in the rat race, now I'm making money, and I'm able to save money at the same time. So I'm good. Like with the last interview, you asked me, like, you know, basically, man, how has this affected you? Man, I was good.
Okay.
Because I was making money, and I was able to save money at the same time over these last few years. So yeah, I ain't really feel the punch.
Right.
I'm still like, I ain't boasting. I'm still, before you called me, I walked out my condo. I walked down to the restaurant. I had salmon and waffles and cranberry juice, and I'm good.
Right.
You know, and I want to stay in that place. I made a post this morning about, like, you have to, Marcus, you have to control your environment. Meaning whether you live it, the people you around, the conversations you have to control it. Because if you don't, it will ultimately affect your vibration. It'll ultimately affect your energy and how you moving from day to day. You know, I'm big on it. Cause energy is money, brother.
That's right. It is. What do you have up and coming as far as how people can access you? Are you doing any speaking engagements, book signings? You holding any conferences, workshops? Explain to the community what you got coming up, and where can they maybe catch you at?
Now, the only thing I got coming up, man, I'm gonna put out the 2 courses on personal and the business credit, which includes the international business credit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead. I've been saying it. Put 2 more books out.
Okay.
Credits for poor people in the game. The game of credit. And then I'll just continue to use the internet to just drop clues and try to give people information on how I'm moving. But a lot of my focus moving forward, man, I feel like I found a gold mine, overseas. I found a gold mine in the islands, because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm trying to create something that's going to be here long after I'm dead and gone.
That's right.
I look at, man, I got a granddaughter now. Like, I can't even tell you how that make me feel. So,
oh man, I know. I got 2 of them. I got 2 good kids. I know, man. It's a good feeling. You do want to leave something to them.
Got to. We have to, because life is not gonna get easier. Life is gonna get harder for them.
What's the name of the other new book you got coming out? You said
credit is for poor people in the game of credit, and I'm gonna put out a small little book on how people can recruit and utilize credit investors.
Okay.
Like because a lot of people don't know how to go about doing it. Okay. It'll be a little small, short book on that.
Okay. And they can find this in all bookstores. When
I drop them, they'll be able to get the book anywhere.
Okay.
On Audible, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, don't matter. Walmart, doesn't matter.
Okay. Man, I always enjoy these conversations I have with you, man. It's a wonderful. And my audience out there on iHeartRadio, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you catch my show at, man, leave your comments. I love them. Whatever you feel about how I do my interviews, man, leave your comments, because that makes me better.
No doubt.
It makes me better. And this is gonna be my long lasting legacy right here. But I'm gonna be doing other things too. So, Corey, man, I'm gonna have to end the show. I'm running up against the clock. I enjoyed you, man, and come back.
Likewise.
When you drop your book, come back to promote it. You know what I'm saying? You got free promotion here, brother. Free promotion. I ain't gonna charge you a dime. Because I know you doing good work out here, man, and people need to pay attention and stay tuned. Also, any kind of videos you do, shoot them to me. I slide them in the video spot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and end this program today, people, and catch his books. Go ahead and give yourself a plug, Corey.
Yeah, anybody want to find me, they can find me at www.coreypsmith.com. You need to email me. You can email me at credocompanyBooks@gmail.com. That's CredoCompanyBooks@gmail.com. Or you can find me on Instagram. I'm under Conspiracy of Credit. And on Facebook, I'm Corey P. Smith. Twitter, I'm Corey P. Smith. YouTube, Corey P. Smith. Reddit, Tumblr, all the other ones, I'm Corey P. Smith. So,
hey man, and he does good work, people. I want to thank you. This is the Daily Read, and we out.
The business, motherfucker.
The Daily Read.